Hey everybody, welcome back to the Demon's Crest playthrough. In this part, we just left this area, but
And we jumped.
but we have to come right back. This is the aerial gargoyle. He can fly. Okay, so this is actually the one control thing that I have against Demon's Crest. There's two control things I have against Demon's Crest. When you're in menus, guess what the confirm button is?
Select.
A.
No. Y.
B. Why?
Why?
Yes. The Y button is your confirm button in menu.
No, I mean why?
That's a good question. I don't know. But, okay. There's that, which is weird, but you get used to it. When you're playing the game, each gargoyle has, like, a special ability. So the fire gargoyle can headbutt. The ground gargoyle has a dash. And when you're floating with the aerial gargoyle, you use your special ability to go upwards. That's the A button. But your fire button's the Y button, meaning it's very hard to, like, fire and fly at the same time. It's very awkward trying to reach your thumb across the buttons in order to hit. So that's, like, my only issue with the game's controls, is that trying to shoot while flying is very, very awkward, because when you're hovering, you stay in place vertically. You have to press the B button to start falling again, and then you press the A button to go back up, and then you have to press Y to shoot. And you also can't just hold the button to go continuously up. He'll kind of go up in, like, spurts. So, like, he'll go up a little bit, then you have to press A again, and he'll go up a little bit. It's kind of hard to explain.
It's a trifecta of button combinations just to fire in midair.
Yeah, but it's not. Again, it's not.
Why was our fire button the sonic boom?
I don't know.
Fuck, I was trying to do a fireball. Did the somersault again. Thanks.
Yeah, but I think, that's the boss that the game wants you to beat first, because the level just ends here. Also, we get the claw ability here, but it's much lamer in this game than it is in the other Gargoyle's Quest games. Like, in the first Gargoyle's Quest game, it's one of the best abilities you get. But in this game, you, like, never use it. Unless if you're speedrunning, in which you try to use it in one of the last rooms of the game, but I can't really use it well there, so yeah, it sucks. I'm not a fan.
I swirled.
Now, this is actually technically considered the last main level of the game, like before the final level. But we're skipping to it because I want to get the best transformation early. So, yeah. So, how you get that is, in this room, there is a ground path, but I don't want to do that right now, so we're doing the aerial path. That is one thing that I do appreciate about this game, is that it knows that you can use the aerial gargoyle to skip everything. So they at the very least put enemies that you have to dodge, so that you're not just, like, doing nothing up here. So, I mean, it's the same, whatever the heck these are every time, but at least it's something. So I appreciate that. Because some Kirby games do that, where they just don't put anything in the air, so you can fly over everything without too much trouble. But I'm glad that they did something about it here. But yeah, this is technically supposed to be like the last area you explore before the final boss, but I'm hardcore, so I'm doing it early. Yeah.
Damn right. Look, you just broke that door down, not using the doorknob.
Yeah, I'm so tough.
Oh, and now I'm raiding the bank.
You can indeed break every single one of those blocks, but I have better things to do. If you want money, there's a very easy way to grind money in this game, so you don't really have to do that. It's just I kind of feel obligated to, because it's kind of like when you're playing Castlevania and you're already on full hearts, but you keep on whipping candles and collecting hearts anyway, even though you know you don't need them, because...
Yeah, those are bullets.
Yeah, but you're already full on hearts. You don't need them anymore.
Someone doesn't like having fun.
Well, no, I am saying it's fun. I do like to... I do it. I admit that. I'm just saying there's no reason to do it, because you already have full hearts.
You don't need a reason when you're having fun.
I mean...
I gave you the winking in a gun, and you couldn't see it, because it's audio.
Well, you could kind of go like that to imply it through
because
sound.
you think I'd be sucking my teeth.
Oh. Well, you can suck your own teeth, good sir. I guess. I don't know. This just got awkward. Anyway, yeah.
Here comes the fan fiction.
But anyway, yeah, this area, the hardest thing about it is that the enemies here are doing, like, 2 to 4 health per attack. because the game expects you to have probably about double the amount of health that you have at the moment. Also, don't you just love it when you fight the boss that you literally fought 2 minutes ago again? Because I love it when I do that.
They're trying really hard with this tail animation.
Yeah, they love that tail animation. This guy's a lot harder when you realize that, before you realize that the aerial gargoyle does extra damage to it. Like a lot of extra damage to it, actually. I forget how much. There is like a list somewhere with all the health that all the bosses have, but I don't remember. It's been too long.
You're like part bird in this transformation.
Yeah, that's the point, John.
You have the chicken feet.
Yeah, that's the point. Although, weirdly enough, even though we've got the talons, the one thing the aerial gargoyle can't do is stick to walls. Not that you need to do it in this form, but...
That makes no sense.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I guess it's because he doesn't technically have hands. His hands are, like, stuck to the wings like a pterodactyl. So, I mean, I guess it makes sense.
I guess.
But...
But I always kind of figured sticking to the wall was a two-part process, and not only required hands, but your feet, too.
Oh, I forgot to cut out a death. Oops.
Oh, he was mugging out to the camera.
Yeah, but, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a shame, though, because I think the climbing up the walls and the sticking to them is a lot of fun in this game. I like, this is actually why I wish that Lewis weren't sick, because he likes to bitch about the Mega Man X wall jump all the time. This is, like, the one game where it makes sense, because you're a gargoyle, and gargoyles' main purposes are to stick to walls and look scary. So...
But I think Lewis wanted to save himself the trouble.
Oh.
And just not show up. He's sick, by the way, in case you guys were wondering. I know it's like part 3, we're only mentioning that now.
Yeah, wish him well wishes, even though by the time this goes up, he'll be better. Hopefully.
Well, I would hope so.
Yeah, considering that this will go up, like, what, 8 weeks from now? Yeah, probably.
Something like that.
Yeah, something.
That's time of this recording, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, if Lewis isn't better, then we've got a severe problem on our hands. AKA, we're now hiring for a new member of BrainScratch Commentaries. Please send...
No, don't say that.
Please
Jesus
send your
Christ.
info to thisisajoke at brainscratchcolumns.com. And this is the only other room in the game where you have to light it up like these candles. I don't know what it is, but
Why do the candles produce light in the room, but your fireball doesn't?
Okay, look, we already got enough lag as it is, alright?
That's actually one of the things I really like to do in Banjo-Tooie. That game had fire eggs, which you were supposed to use to, like, shoot into specific machines to light up stuff at certain points. But the eggs themselves actually did light up the area, so you could use those to get by just fine if you were patient enough. So, yeah. So this...
Did they cause even more lag than that game usually has?
No, those didn't lag the game too hard. It's normally geographical structures that have a lot of polygons that give the game trouble when it comes to lag. Anyway, we just got the second best talisman in the game, the armor talisman. It gives us double defense, basically. And we're going to need it if we want a chance of surviving this upcoming boss fight, because it's pretty tough at the amount of health that we have right now. Yeah, that's the claw ability. You can use it and you can shoot it at spiky walls, and then you will stick to spiky walls, but we also have the ability to fly. So there's really no reason to do it. And that actually was something I never noticed before, was that if you shoot the black ooze, then it burns. Like,
Because it's made of oil.
Yeah, but if you shoot it with another...
It's made of wood.
If you shoot it with a different attack, it just kind of blows up like every other enemy. I don't think a lot of SNES games had specific death animations like that. That was more of a PlayStation thing, if I can remember correctly, because... Castlevania Symphony of the Night liked to do that, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, did Castlevania... I know that Castlevania had, like, a unique death animation for every enemy, but did it have specific animations considering how you killed it? Or, I mean...
Off the top of my head, no. I think that everyone just had a unique death animation, but there was no alternate means of death.
Like, if you hit it with an axe as opposed to a sword or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean...
You know what did that? Mega Man Zero.
Mega Man Zero? Okay, well,
Yeah.
that also makes sense, because that's a...
Mega Man Zero,
If you hit it with a bladed weapon or a projectile weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd explode with the projectile weapon. They'd be cut in half with the blade.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was a cool detail.
I need to try Mega Man Zero at some point.
Why? Why do you hate yourself?
Let me tell you a tale.
No, I mean do it.
Let me tell you a tale. It starts in my childhood.
Well, the first game's actually good. It's just stupid hard.
They're all stupid hard.
Well, I never got the impression that the later Zero games were bad by any stretch.
No, but they're just hard.
I mean, they all kind of seemed.
It's like you're playing the game and it's like, I love the things I can do, but Jesus Christ, why?
Would you say that aside from something like Mega Man and Bass, it's the hardest Mega Man games?
Probably, yeah.
Zero, at least the first 2 games, I want to say, because I never played 3 or 4, didn't frustrate me like Mega Man and Bass.
Well, Mega Man and Bass...
They're still hard as boss.
Mega Man and Bass was more bad design difficulty as opposed to difficulty that felt...
And even then, that's more when you're playing the game as Mega Man.
Yeah, basically.
Because the game is much more tolerable as Bass. The character of the game was clearly designed around.
Yeah. Obviously, the entire game is designed around Zero, so you don't really have that problem where you feel like you're not able to do things that you feel like you should do. Also, I love it when you get bosses into a loop like that.
Yeah, it's like I love animation locks.
I also like it when a cutscene makes it so I don't take damage from a projectile. That's awesome. So, yeah, by beating Arma the 3rd time, we get I believe it's the Time Crest, which lets us...
We get the green Chaos Egg.
Sure. But it allows us to transform into the legendary Gargoyle. But here's the thing. The game actually expects us to have gotten the Water Crest before this, so we got the 4th Crest before the 3rd one.
With it, you can morph into El Gargoyle. Ole!
Yeah. So now that so the cool thing about the legendary Gargoyle is that your attacks do much more damage, and you also get twice the health. So, because you've got those green little orbs, each of those has...
And you have double defense on top of it.
Yeah, so up until we get to the final bosses, I'm generally, unless if I'm grinding for grinding for money, I should say, I usually have the armor crest on. The armor talisman on, I should say.
So Zero Fucks mode activated.
Yeah, pretty much. And now that I have that, all of the early bosses that I skipped up to this point are piss easy, because I'm doing way more damage and I've got way more defense. So while you do have to do a hard as balls boss fight in order to get it early, the rest of the game becomes a breeze once you get the legendary Gargoyle.
It didn't even seem that hard. It just seemed like pattern recognition.
And I do dig how the game gives you that option.
Yeah, it's very non-linear. It feels more like a Metroidvania. It feels like a cross between Mega Man X and a Metroidvania, I think. I mean, I guess you could in some ways... No, you can't really call Mega Man X a Metroidvania, but it's like if you added a sprinkle of Metroid onto Mega Man X, you'd get Demon's Crest, I think is the best way
I would say the defining factor of what makes a Metroidvania is that the areas interconnect with each other and not segmented.
The areas are segmented here, but you are encouraged to backtrack to them, and they do have multiple exits, is the thing. Like,
because something like Super Metroid, Zero Mission, Symphony of the Night, they don't have what's classified as a classic world map, where you just can't choose where you want to go from a hub. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You either have to use the warp panels that are within the area you're in, or you have to travel there manually on foot.
Well, okay, I guess maybe a better way to describe it is if Mega Man X tried to be more non-linear, I suppose. I guess that might be a better way to put it, because one thing about Mega Man X that always kind of annoyed me is that it doesn't really seem like there's a way to beat the game without having to go back into the level that you started off on. Like, there's almost always one thing that you can't get without going back into the level. So, for me, being able to backtrack is fine as long as it seems like that's the point. Like, you're playing a game where you're expected to backtrack and they make it convenient and fun. Whereas having to go back into Chill Penguin stage just to blow up one igloo so that you can get a heart tank and then you immediately leave afterwards, that doesn't feel as cool to me for some reason. So,
cool.
I mean, yeah, we were just in the ice level, whatever.
No, Chill Penguin.
Yeah,
it's cool. I like eggs. No, I'm kidding.